Hey YouTube, it's Dillon James, and on this week's video, we're going to be talking about the top 10 card sales on eBay in the month of February, and we're also going to be detailing our March giveaway right here on the Cardbase YouTube channel. But before we dive into the list, if you haven't done so already, make sure to hit that subscribe button and click that notification bell so every time we drop a new video, you'll be the first to know about it. And if you like this video today, please hit that like button at the bottom left-hand corner of the video, and we would really appreciate it. Now, let's get into it. So let's start with number 10 on the list. This card actually sold on the night of Super Bowl 56. The quarterback for the Cincinnati Bengals, Mr. Joe Burrow. This card is a 2020 Prism gold vinyl auto out of 5. It's a PSA 8 with an auto of 10, and the price was $92,600. Now, this card can be huge, especially if we see Joe Burrow progress in the Bengals organization. If they get him an offensive line, I think this card is going to skyrocket even further than what we've seen today, and especially what we see at the number 1 spot on the list this week. Kind of a teaser there as to what position it might be we'll be talking about today. But with Joe Burrow, I mean, it's a great card. I think this is something that a Joe Burrow collector would love, especially an investor too, seeing what he did in the playoffs this year for the Cincinnati Bengals without an offensive line. He was running for his life the majority of the offseason. It's really good to see that this card got this price. He played the way he did, even with that team around him. I'm sure they'll shore up some things in the offseason, in the draft, in free agency. I'm sure they'll make some moves there, but Joe Burrow coming in at number 10 at $92,600. Now, number 9 on the list is an old classic. It's a Mickey Mantle 1951 Bowman card. It's a PSA near mint 7, and the price for this was $93,996 was the final price for this. Best offer was accepted for this card. But this card, if you're a baseball fan, I mean, you must absolutely love this card, because this is where really, I mean, Mickey Mantle is the 1952 Mickey Mantle is definitely one that people love in their collections, and this one is definitely a beautiful card as well. It's Mickey Mantle. I mean, you can't go wrong with him. One of the GOATs in baseball. And look at the back there. It's still in really, really good condition. A PSA 7, it's very hard to come by when it comes to cards in that with that age, especially a 51. Beautiful card here of Mickey Mantle. And also the PSA slab being one of the older PSA slabs. So it definitely was graded quite a while ago. Now let's go to our next card. It is number 8 on the list, a 2002 Topps Finest card. Tom Brady, the GOAT. After retiring this year, I'm sure that we'll see more card prices spike. We've talked about it on this channel before. If you want to check out that video, make sure to click the video above me, and you can see what I talked about when it comes to Tom Brady. Again, I think we're going to see a little bit of a lull in his prices for the next 5 years because of he's just going to be out of sight, out of mind unless he comes back, which that could more than likely happen. I think that Tom Brady will kind of revisit that decision come August and see if he is up to the challenge of playing at least one more year in the National Football League. If he does that, I think it will be 1 year and he'll retire gracefully after that. But I still think he has a lot in the tank. I still think that he can win a championship. If it's not in Tampa Bay, in the past, because that's where he's from originally. So I think that Tom Brady might see a team change if he decides to come back to football. This is a PSA 9. It sold for $95,000. Best offer accepted. So a little less than half of what the seller was trying to get for this card. Again, an old school PSA label there. Beautiful card though. X-Fractor Mint 9, and the back is pretty cool as well. It's crazy to say that he's retired. It's crazy to say he's out of the game, out of 20 as well. It's crazy to say he's out of the game, but again, I think that we might see him, if not on the football field, I think we'll see him around the game for many years to come. Now let's go to the next one on our list, and it is a 1976 Topps Walter Payton card. A beautiful card there too. One of the best running backs to ever play the position, especially in Chicago, being one of the iconic Bears, Hall of Famer. This card sold for $103,500. Quite a big price tag, but again, this card, you don't see many Jim Mint tints of a card made in 1976, first of all. But second, I mean, it's one of the best running backs in the league ever, Walter Payton. The guy was an animal for the Chicago Bears. He led them to many, many wins in that organization. That's the reason why they're so relevant these days as well, especially with the way that turmoil has been with the Chicago Bears the past few years, if not the past decade. But it's interesting to see a Walter Payton card coming back into prominence. I think we'll see some Hall of Famers like this getting some more love. I mean, we've seen these prices for these cards continue to stay pretty high, even when the market ebbs and flows. So I would not be surprised if this is we see this card again on a top 10 list down the road. But again, beautiful centering on this card, and it's great condition. Great condition. A PSA 10, Gem Mint 10. Beautiful card. Next card we're going to is 2000 Bowman Chrome Refractor of, you guessed it, Mr. Tom Brady himself, a rookie card. This is one of the highly sought after rookie cards. We've talked about it on this channel before. I believe he has been on the top 10. This card specifically has been on the top 10 on our list before. But the winning bid for this card is $104,499. So we're getting into the six figures marks. We got in the six figures on the last one as well with Walter Payton. But with this one, a mint 9 for Beckett, a BGS slab. BGS actually coming out this week saying that they are going to be opening up their standard grading. So let me know in the comments below and see if you think that will move the needle back to showing Beckett as one of the top grading services out there. It's been kind of interesting to see some of the grading services out there. BGS, HGA, you have SGC. PSA still is reigning supreme, but can BGS get back to that number 2 spot? Love to get your thoughts, so make sure you comment in the comments below. But again, yeah, Beckett, a 9 here, 9.5 surface, beautiful card. Iconic card, and I think that you'll see the price of this card stay pretty high up there as well. So let's go to the next one on our list. We've got 5 more cards to go. Number 5 is going to be Joe Burrow once again. We've had a lot of repeats on this list, and we'll see several more of them as we get into the top 4. But a Joe Burrow 3-color patch. Now, that's a beautiful patch for this card. 3-color patch out of 20. Stars and stripes selling for $127,100. Just a huge price tag for this card. But again, it could be a card that goes up tremendously in value if he continues to have success with the Bengals. If they continue to build around him, I think that we might see cards like this skyrocket. A Super Bowl. He's already gotten to a Super Bowl. Can he get over the hump now and win a Super Bowl in Cincinnati? We'll soon find out, I'm sure. But Joe Burrow, out of 20, National Treasures. These are really cool cards. I love the style of this card. National Treasure, in the first place, that's a great brand from Panini, the high-end brand from Panini. But when it comes to this card in particular, the stars and stripes, the design is fantastic. And on the back, very plain, but very regal, I guess you could say. Very, very regal and prestigious, it looks like. So really, really nice card there. And that's ungraded as well. So a lot of people say that in these cards that are enclosed like this already from Panini, it might be best to keep it in that one touch because it came straight from Panini that way. Other people think that they should just break it out of the one touch and send it in for grading. I mean, at the end of the day, it's still going to be an out of 20 Joe Burrow, and I think that having it ungraded is just as good as having it graded, especially when it's sealed like this. So let's go to our next card, number 4 on the list, a 2019-2020 Flawless Vertical Patch Auto, Emerald RPA out of 5, Ja Morant. A beautiful patch too. 2-color patch on this one, but still a really, really cool patch. Several color breaks there, and an iconic autograph there too, out of 5, green. I mean, it's a beautiful card. Gem Mint 10, Auto 10 as well. And yeah, Ja Morant, man, he has been killing it for the Memphis Grizzlies. He's been leading that team, and it looks like they could make a push for the playoffs and make some noise in the playoffs as well. So seeing Memphis get to a position of power, especially that young roster they have in Memphis, I think that Ja Morant's going to do some great things with that organization. He's going to skyrocket. This guy is a star in the league already, and I can't wait to see what his stock will look like 5-10 years down the road, maybe even 15 years down the road, as he continues to play the way he's playing, if he continues to play the way he's playing. Sold for $150,000. Again, a huge card, huge price tag, but a tremendous upside for John Morant. The way he's playing, he definitely warrants this price for this card, especially a graded 10/10 auto and card itself. So let's go to number 3 on the list. We're getting on the top 3. This card, once again, a copycat. We have a Mickey Mantle. He's showing up with his iconic 1952 Topps card. You can see it's quite off center in this card, but again, an excellent to mint 6 for PSA. A great looking card there. A lot of people would love this in their portfolio, in their collection. Investors always scrounge for this card because it is a staple in the hobby itself and a staple in baseball as well. $150,000 price tag for that one as well. I put it at number 3 because, of course, it's Mickey Mantle. And John Morant still has a little bit more to prove to us that he will be a Hall of Famer one day. But Mickey Mantle, being the Hall of Famer that he is, he's at the number 3 spot this week. Now, number 2 on the list is going to be another football card. We've had a lot of football on this list this week, but this one is an old school 1958 Topps football Jim Brown rookie card. Another running back popping into the list this week. Sold for $360,000. It was an 8.5, very rare card, very low pop for this card. But Jim Brown being a very, very good running back / fullback for the Cleveland Browns. I guess he started as a fullback before, but obviously we know how well he played as a running back for the Cleveland Browns. Hall of Famer there. Really, really clean looking card. Just simple. You don't need to, it doesn't need to have the bells and whistles. Very, very simple card here. But it's a beautiful card and an 8.5 holder from PSA. If you're a Jim Brown holder, a Jim Brown collector, can't get much better than this. You don't see many grades such as this as high in a card like this. But last but not least, we have one more card left. It is a quarterback, and it's none other than the GOAT, Tom Brady. His Contenders Rookie Championship ticket out of 100. With the auto there as well. Look at that auto there. I mean, I don't know why they used a black pin, a black Sharpie for this card. It doesn't pop off the card like it should. But again, it's still Tom Brady's autograph. It's still the GOAT in football. It's an 8.5 BGS and a 10 auto for this card. Again, just gorgeous. I mean, this card is the mecca of all Tom Brady rookie cards. And again, it's crazy to think that the playoff contenders, nowadays not necessarily held to the highest regard like other brands are that Panini has, whether it be National Treasures, whether it be Prism. We don't really see a lot of accolades for playoff contenders. It seems to have gone down to more of a value buy in stores and in hobby boxes as well. But this card back in the day, it still is. It's still a fantastic card to have. And that autograph, I mean, you can't beat it. Tom Brady, the GOAT in the NFL, selling for $2.3 million. Heavy price tag. But again, you can't pay much less for the GOAT these days because after his retirement and everything, it just seems as though this card is going to hold its value for quite some time. And if somebody out there wants this card, they will dish out the dough for it for sure. So there you have it. There's the list of the top 10 cards sold on eBay in February of this year. The biggest surprise to me was there was a lot of football, which again, the playoffs were happening. Super Bowl had happened on February 13th, so I kind of understand there would be a lot of football, but I'm surprised there wasn't much basketball on the list, especially with the basketball season heating up the way it is. I'm sure that we're going to see a lot more cards skyrocket. I think on the March list, we will see more basketball cards on the top 10 list. But let me know what you think in the comments below. Let me know what your favorite card was in the top 10 this week. And also, let's talk about the giveaway for March. We're doing another giveaway, another monthly giveaway here on the Cardbase YouTube channel. And this month, you could be one of 2 winners to split the packs in a 2021 NASCAR Panini Prism Hobby Box. We'll be breaking this live on our channel on Wednesday, March 16th, right here on the Cardbase YouTube channel. All you have to do is go into the description below, click the link, and then fill out the information, first name, last name, email address, and then you will be entered into the giveaway, and we will be breaking this box open, splitting the packs, and opening them right here on our YouTube channel. So thanks for watching this week, guys, and we will talk to you next time.